Hello
What
everybody,
people
my name is
say.
Gamer Guy and welcome to the worst possible video ever conceived. Two brothers are going to stare into each other's eyes lovingly for 30 minutes. And go! Hello everybody, my name is Gamer Guy and today I am here with Shane's autism and ADHD journey. Say hello.
Hi everyone, happy to be here.
But today we'll be doing something a lot different, and as you can tell we are videoing on Discord because we are in separate locations. I am in Scarborough and he is in Hull.
I'm in Hull.
I literally just said that. But today we're going to be doing something much different from what we'd usually do. Today we are going to be talking about Goosebumps, and for those who are hermits, who for some strange reason don't know what Goosebumps is, it is a book, a TV show, and a film, which most recently a new TV show of it has come out. But we will be talking about the old TV show and the books, not necessarily the films or the newer TV show.
Yeah, I do have to correct you on one thing. It's actually films, plural. There's actually 2 films.
Oh, well, yeah, I meant like those classes like... Actually, I wouldn't class the second one. I didn't think it were that good.
I liked it. No, the thing is, I know this is a controversial opinion, and I know it wasn't really received very well, but I actually preferred the second one, believe it or not.
Don't get me wrong. I liked it, but it was just... The first one was like, you actually got introduced to the monsters. The first time you saw the like Yeti or Abominable Snowman.
Yeah.
First time you saw him, he literally came out of the book and they had to get him back in. Slappy, you had that whole monologue about who he was. Same as with the werewolf. You actually, and the gnomes and stuff like that.
They didn't. Basically was released from the book, but because in the second one, it more related to like basically it was R.L. Stein's first story, basically.
Yeah, well, they didn't get released from the books. If you think about it, they were the monsters. I don't get how they were the monsters when Slappy created them.
Slappy did not create them.
No, in the costume store. He made them out of the costumes.
Yeah, because he's don't forget, Slappy is like he's got like kind of evil magic, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, obviously he's got like voodoo magic. That's the whole basis of like Chucky the evil doll. His whole thing is voodoo. It's basically the same with Slappy, but that's one thing I liked about Slappy. He could bring other like dolls to life and like the ventriloquist puppets, like he does in the third one.
Yeah, did you know actually, there was actually, in the original TV series, there wasn't ever an Ever Living Dummy 1.
Yeah.
It was just 2 and 3 that they did.
Because there wasn't too sure, and a thing for people out there, which Siobhan actually found very, very funny, and Shane didn't realise until I told him, for those out there who are Star Wars fans...
Oh, yeah.
Zane, who is the cousin in Night of the Living Dummy 3, the TV show episode, he is played by...
Can you remember his name?
Hayden Christensen! Shut up. Hayden Christensen. His name is Hayden Christensen. He plays Anakin in the Star Wars prequels and then Darth Vader in the new later films and TV shows. But he appeared as a kid in Thingy as one of his first roles.
Yeah, actually, going on famous people who's in Goosebumps, a very famous person who guest starred in Attack of the Mutant is actually Adam West, the original Batman, guest starred in the Goosebumps TV episode Attack of the Mutants, and he was funny in it. But
which one's Attack of the Mutants?
For one with the building that basically appears and then vanishes out of nowhere, he basically...
Oh, does Adam West play...
too many, obviously, spoilers away, but yeah.
Is it the one with, like, the superhero comes to life?
Yes, basically.
Yeah, so he plays the superhero, don't he?
Well, he plays basically the cowardly superhero. I'm
Yeah,
not going to
that's what I
obviously say
meant.
too much,
It
but
was
he
meant
plays
to be
like
a
a
spin
cowardly
on his role as
superhero.
Batman.
But yeah, like I said, the original so basically the original Goosebumps series, it was, the thing is I thought a lot of the episodes was interesting, however, the quite near constant criticism of Goosebumps lovers, the book lovers, is that a lot of the episodes did steer away from the book or did
I will
kind of.
admit, yeah, it's like the very first episode is it Haunted Mask? The very first book is Haunted Mask.
No, it's the other way
Is it other
around.
way around? Yeah. So I was
No,
right
so
originally. The very first episode is Haunted Mask, but the very first book is Welcome to Dead House.
and that isn't what I meant. I didn't mean in the right order. What I meant is
No,
the
no, I
actual
meant they
episodes
deviated with
themselves.
that as well, and people actually found grievance with that. But that's not just that as well. This is another thing that I was wanting to talk to you about: the fact that there's such a diverse amount of species. There are evil hamsters, zombies, ghouls, which are actually different to the zombies, mummies, vampires, the abominable snowman.
One thing I have to ask is how are the ghouls different to zombies? Because I would say there was more zombies than anything.
No, because zombies, in the traditional sense, cannot talk.
Yeah, so basically, as you can imagine, ghouls and zombies, they're all will essentially be the same thing. But yeah, there was Welcome to Dead House, that was about zombies slash ghouls, whatever you want to call them,
Yeah,
but it's basically the living dead.
yeah, I'd like to
That's
class
what.
them. The difference between ghouls and zombies. Zombies are brought back to life to serve someone or to do unfinished business, and they're mindless. They basically just do as their instincts want them to, or as
What
the
do?
zombies. When they're risen,
Zombies.
they either do whatever they're told by the person who rose them, or
Yeah.
just do whatever their instinct tells them to do. Which is why most of the time they attack because they want to eat and stuff like that. Ghouls
Um,
are actually alive, but they're technically, it's like, you know, like a vampire, how they're dead, but like in a bit of a predicament type thing.
so what would you class, so personally, what would you class Welcome to the residents of Dark Falls as in Welcome to Dead House? What would you
Definitely
class them as?
ghouls. They
Ghouls?
can talk, move. Sunlight is not a zombie weakness.
In it?
No, but I'll tell you what it is. It is a ghoul weakness because they are very much nocturnal and even live in
Just give us a
tunnels. They live in tunnels and churchyards because it's so much cover. And you know what? All ghouls also. Do you know what they live on?
What?
Humans. They live on human meat.
Zombies.
No, they live on human meat, but then ghouls take the form of the last person they ate.
Yeah, the mutated ghouls. The ghouls are dead children who
Yeah.
crumble in the light. Well, there's also adults in it, but for
Well,
most
yeah,
of
obviously, if it was just a town full of children, they would think something's wrong. Hang on a minute, where are all your bloody parents?
Yeah, so basically, I'm sorry, I'm not classing that. It's Wikipedia.
Oh, I'm going off mythology.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not going off.
looking.
I'm not going off Wikipedia here. I'm going off this thing. I hate to sound like Sheldon Cooper, but I'm going off a good thing called the brain.
Yeah, well, I'm good. Right, okay, so are the residents of Dark Falls zombies, vampires, or ghouls? This is on Reddit. So yeah,
Okay.
I know they call them zombies I know they call them zombies in the episode at least. Apparently in the episode they call them zombies.
They do refer to them as zombies, yeah.
When did they call them zombies in the episode? I can't remember.
I can't remember, but I know that they refer to them as zombies at one point because it made me laugh because...
Yeah, but they seem closer to vampires or ghouls to me. First of all, they are weakened by sunlight, which is a more common with vampires than zombies. They are also said to drink blood and have pale skin like vampires. However, they don't have sharp teeth and they don't they resemble zombies more. I suppose they could also be ghouls. Ghouls drink blood and are undead. They resemble zombies. However, what differences from zombies is that ghouls are undead bodies possessed by demons, whereas zombies are just simply reanimated corpses. They probably are zombies, but they seem to have more in common with vampires or ghouls. So let's see what the answers are. Stein calls them zombies once, so that's what I officially deem them to be. They seem to be more like whites. WIGHT.
Why it is Scandinavian folklore and the premise behind the White Walkers in Game of Thrones. They die while trying to defend their treasure or their possessions, and when in death they are so restless that they rise up and they kill anyone that comes close to their treasure. Think of it as a dragon, but as like a skeleton guarding it instead.
Yeah, so would you class... I mean, do you see what they're saying in that?
Oh, I see what they're saying totally, but vampires, again, they don't have fangs or any of the other superpowers that vampires do.
For things like ignore the vampires, so obviously not vampires.
Well, I'd say so, vampires.
The right things. Do you see what they're talking about?
I can see where they're coming from, because when first resurrected, a white literally has ash pale skin and very rigid movements. And if you think about it, the family that they befriend, like the next door neighbours, when they first meet them, their movements are rather stiff.
Not when they first meet them.
No, as in when they first meet them, I'm pretty sure the dad is his back. He doesn't complain, but he moves a little bit slower.
We don't meet the dad until later on.
Oh no, I mean when you first meet the family all together.
Oh, at the tea when you mean at the meal when the meal's about to get done.
Yeah.
So I think they are their own breed of monster. I like the sound of that, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I'd like to think they're a mix between ghoul and vampire, because vampires do feed on, some vampires in mythology do feed off life essence. Without looking it up, can you name the family, Shane?
Me?
Yeah, can you name the family? The family? The main family. It's centered around a family.
Yeah, it's the Benson family. There's Amanda, Josh, and there's the parents. I can't remember their name.
What's the dog called?
Pardon?
What's the dog called?
Petey.
I knew you'd remember that. We're switching topics really, really fast. But also me and you had a discussion already about, in our own time, about the terror that is some of these monsters and some of the fates that the characters come across.
Right, okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to choose the five scenes that you thought was scariest.
5 scenes that were scariest.
For you.
Do they have to be in order?
No.
Right. 1 is definitely the Haunted Mask, but the second one, where is the old man? If you don't know, the Haunted Mask, when you wear it, it's a magic mask that basically becomes your face, and then whatever...
It's an evil living mask, basically.
When you wear it, the longer you wear it for, the more it becomes permanent, and whatever the mask is, you take on the attributes of that personality. So in the second one, the kid finds an old man mask, and by the end of the episode, he can't breathe, he's really old... he's actually he can barely walk or breathe. And that for me is a terrifying concept.
Yeah, so just to explain, in both the book and the episode, how it's described that the mask and the wearer become one.
Yeah, you basically become the personality of the thing. So that's definitely one of them. A second one, I think, Say Cheese and Die. Just anything in general. Because the camera, for those who don't know, Say Cheese and Die, it's a magical, demonic camera that when you get your picture taken with it, it basically shows you, like, what's going to happen to you. So one girl, she's not in the picture, and then the next day she's gone. She's just disappeared from life.
Yeah, so basically, Say Cheese and Die, that is correct, but just to point out, it doesn't just show you the future, it also makes it bad, it's always bad.
Oh, yeah, well, I think that's kind of obvious. I mean, one kid, it showed in the picture, it showed him fat, and then the next day he gets out of bed and he's massive.
Yeah, and
for me personally, I wouldn't want that camera would go out the window. And destroying the camera doesn't work either because it regenerates.
What? Yeah.
The camera repairs itself because they tried destroying it 2 or 3 times and it doesn't work.
They tried disposing of it. They tried throwing it in water.
Discarding it, throwing it in water, crushing it, hitting it with like a hammer or something like that.
No, when did they try crushing it?
As in, like crushing, like hit it with a hammer.
Oh yeah, they tried, but yeah, there wasn't even a dent on it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Which is rarely, and when they put it in the water, it shows up on his bed.
Yeah.
Like when you get oh, that's perfectly fine, and then they go back in the house and it's on his bed, brand new.
Yeah.
Back to Night of the Living Dummy 3. Hayden Christensen's character, Zane, gets transformed into a ventriloquist dummy. That personally seems like hell because obviously he'd be able to walk around in time. You know, like he'd be able to train himself to walk around like Slappy and the others do. But the amount of strength, Slappy even says the amount of strength it takes, the amount of energy he exerts just to stand and walk around. That would be horrible. Never mention when they turn him back to human at the end of the episode, as he's turning, his head does a 180 like a freaking owl, and then goes back like.
I was thinking of Exorcist.
An owl more like does that and then goes like back around the same way it went.
Yeah.
He does it. Yeah, so Exorcist. Yeah, he does a full like 180, but stops at the back to say bye to him. I'm trying to think of the different. Being eaten by the teacher in the one where like you get a star for being good and you get a reprimand, and if you get 5 whoever has the most reprimands at the end of the week gets eaten.
You're not talking about a flipping episode. You're talking about a book, aren't you?
I'm talking about a book, yeah.
Yeah, so you're talking about Creeper Teacher.
Creeper Teacher, there it is.
And that's a Goosebumps 2000 book. And you almost got it right, considering I bet you haven't read it for a while.
I have not read that in so long, but the thought of her nails, because in the book, she has long nails that then go down the wall.
No, not just that. She's also barefoot with
toenails.
Basically, she's a monster. Basically, she's a monster. But
she's a monster that's taken human form, but has forgotten the personal hygiene.
Yeah, let's just say that. And basically,
but that was my point. The idea of being eaten alive, like when you see it in TV shows and films, it's so fast. Like when they get swallowed whole by a monster. That's not how it would happen.
Nah.
Not all monsters are.
Would he be eaten alive, though? That's the thing.
It's proven in the thing that she does eat part of you alive.
Is it?
To punish you more.
I'll have to reread it because I don't remember.
I cannot remember. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I might just be remembering this way more vividly and wrong than I ever thought. But I just remember our mum in Scarborough one night when we weren't feeling well, reading that book.
I don't think it was. How sure it was that book?
It was that book because I was reading it while we were in Scarborough, and she changed the words.
No, exactly. I don't think it was. I don't think it was that one she was
I'm
reading.
pretty sure it was because I was reading that book at the time and I asked her to read it to us because obviously you like it and so do I. And she
Mhm.
said, okay. And then she started reading words that I didn't even know. And it took you a minute to even realise that she was making it up and having a laugh. Because I was sat here like, this doesn't make sense. The first chapters weren't even about this. And you were like, Mum, stop it.
Mhm.
So it
Yeah,
was like, we had a right laugh
yes.
with that. So that book has stuck with me, same as I think it's a Shivers book, Babyface Killer.
Oh, I don't think I've read that one.
Yeah, that
So,
is one of that's my personal favourite Shivers book. Well, that I can
mm,
remember reading because the fact at the end that the counsellor is the killer and is a guy disguised as a kid. It's been
Harry,
used multiple
Harry,
times in media.
Harry.
What?
I've not read that one, so thanks very
I've
much.
I've already told you about this.
I can't remember, so hopefully I'll forget again at some point.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah,
forgot already, so yeah.
yes, yeah. So Shivers,
Men
by
in
the way,
Black
we're a bit
Flash.
of off topic, but in Shivers, but Shivers, it's another book series, and that's written
It's
by
basically the Goosebumps competitor.
yeah,
Apart
and
from
it
it
was
doesn't have TV show
released.
or films, so Goosebumps is clearly better.
And it was released by MD Spencer, and I've actually got a letter from MD Spencer actually,
Yeah,
and it's in my
it's a cease
possession.
and desist letter telling him that he
I
ever comes anywhere near his house again, he'll get to meet his dogs. Go on then, you're five.
five scaries to Goosebumps.
Scariest monsters or scariest fates that have befell characters.
Um, so basically, one of my I don't know actually. One of yeah. So one of my favorite. I'll go with my favorite episodes because I don't really. I wouldn't say I was really scared as such by any of them. Which is ironic considering Amber Wimp, you're the big horror
I
one.
wouldn't say that I'm scared, just some of them freaked me out. Like the
Yeah.
idea of slowly suffocating because of a mask that you chose to put on
Mm.
because you liked the look of it. It is literal, like, it's the same as be careful what you wish for. The genie turns all of the wishes like
No,
back on them, like
no,
a girl wishes she could be admired for all of time. She
yeah,
gets
but the
turned
thing
into a
is,
statue.
yeah, but fingers the lady give the girl a wish,
Oh,
didn't
I'm
she?
not saying she didn't. I'm just saying it's basically there's an actual film trilogy. Think it's a trilogy, a horror film called Wishmaster,
Mm,
and it's basically a djinn, which is an evil genie, and he can grant one person one wish. So like what a
mm,
one wish per person,
mm,
and basically whatever happens, he finds some way of spinning it.
mm.
Like he gets put in jail and he finds a convict and the convict says, I wish I could walk through those bars. So he
Yeah.
literally forces the guy's body to walk through, like push itself through the bars.
Mm,
His bones get broken and all that, but he ends up getting through. Obviously,
mm.
he dies in the process, but that's his wish granted.
Yeah. Yeah, so
So
basically,
I think it's basically like that. I wouldn't want that sort of thing. It makes me like very wary. I watch Aladdin and then I think, no, bugger off, Robin Williams. I prefer you in Patch Adams.
uh, yes, so my five favourite Goosebumps episodes, and the reasons for it are one of my favourites is How to Kill a Monster. That's because I mean, because I loved like the monster puppet. I liked the chemistry between the two young the actress who played Gretchen and Clark, the young actor who played Clark. That was really good. I mean, and yeah, it made me smile. It made me like laugh quite a bit.
Yeah, that's one thing I
Uh,
liked about Goosebumps as well. There was a lot of humour to it.
Comedy, yeah.
Yeah.
So another episode that I loved was I loved it, but I didn't as such. It was Let's Get Invisible. The reason why I'm saying
I
that one,
vaguely remember the episode, but I can't remember
yeah,
much.
the reason why I'm saying that is simply because of the casting of the two kids, the main lad and his brother. Those two, I mean, basically those two look so alike that I actually had to look up to see if they'd gotten real brothers to
Yeah,
play them,
I
but
will admit, I
no, they're
like it
not
when they
related
do
in any
stuff.
way.
I like it when they do stuff like that, when they actually get like real brothers, so there's more of a
Yeah,
official
exactly.
chemistry between the characters.
Yeah, but like I said, but the chemistry between them, it was like really good. What the thing is, once again, sometimes when you see acting, sometimes it can appear wooden or something or
Yeah,
forced.
which
But in
a couple of the
Goosebumps,
episodes did come across as wooden,
yeah, I will
like
admit that.
Boy You Cried Monster. You know where the librarian is a monster, but it turns out that he's when the
Gary
kid
Crab
finds out.
Monster.
Hmm?
Gary Crab Monster.
Gary Cried Monster, and it turns out at the end that her parents are monsters
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah,
And they parents eat the librarian.
yeah.
That for me,
Yeah,
like the
yes, the
only thing,
librarian's a monster himself. Yeah, because obviously, basically, yeah, they don't want other monsters
yeah,
in the
that's
town,
why they're so
basically.
interested in getting to the bottom of the truth. Because obviously, if he is, they want to get rid of him so they can be safer. But I like it at the end where it turns out like it's some kind of like plot twist. Like that
Mm,
one, where it turns out that their parents are monsters, or vampire breath, when it turns out that the vampire that's been chasing them is their granddad.
exactly. Yeah.
And the
Um,
parent, and they're even vampires, and the surprise present that the parents have been out getting all night is their
yeah.
coffins because they're coming of age and going to turn into vampires themselves.
I have to admit that was quite cool getting
Yeah,
coffins in beds. But yeah, so what other episodes did I like? Yeah, the thing is, I'm half glad, half not that they didn't make an episode in that original TV show of Ghost Camp, because
yeah,
obviously that is
that's
my favourite book.
always.
And if they had messed it up, it would have been like just horrible,
Yeah,
basically.
I want. A lot of people do that, like when
Mm.
like when a comic or like a TV show, or not a TV show, like a book gets made into a film.
Is that what happened with Twilight?
I wouldn't know. I've seen all the films, but I watched them with my mum because she got into them, so I
I'm
watched
only
them with
kidding.
her.
Twilight. I've never seen Twilight, but I know
I've never
people
read the
rag on it,
books.
so I was only kidding.
You can ask Siobhan
Um,
about that because she's fell asleep to the audiobooks. So if that doesn't tell you how boring they are, but no, to be honest though, the guy that she listens to on a night, like the audiobooks, his voice is so damn soothing. It
mm.
really is. He's got like a really hushed tone, and it's really nice and stuff like it's like really calming.
But yes, so basically, like I said, so I've got some books in front of me. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a Goosebumps Ghost Camp. It'll be in my room somewhere. But this is one of my favourite Goosebumps 2000 books. It's a sequel
Horrorland.
to One Day at Horrorland. It's called Return to Horrorland, and
It's
it's
called
really
2 Days
good.
at Horrorland. It's called just
Very
Two
funny.
Days at Horrorland with the caption, "Why the hell did I stay an extra night?"
Yeah.
And it's like
Goosebumps Horrorland.
it may look like it's a big book, but it's a couple of pages. The first one is him getting there, and then the second one's him leaving.
No.
Because he gets there,
Um,
realizes, and goes.
now,
And that's how it should have ended.
Yeah, so this is Goosebumps Horrorland. So basically, somehow, I don't quite understand how, but between this and this, Goosebumps is in Horrorland. So in this book and in the original One Day at Horrorland, Horrorland's bad, it's evil. The horrors are evil.
And then that
In
one they're
Goosebumps,
good.
yeah. Basically, Horrorland becomes good. The horrors are still real monsters, but the good monsters. But yeah.
Yeah, basically, I'd like to think that there were more of like a different faction.
That's what I've realised. However, it's still meant to be the same Horrorland. That's what I'm
Oh, I get
confused
that it's the
about.
same Horrorland, but do you remember the Sarah Jane Adventures episode where the Doctor supposedly died?
Yeah.
Matt Smith makes a
Oh
cameo.
yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
like the turkey. It's
Well,
like
he
the
don't
turkey.
he don't make a cameo. He's a big part in it.
Oh no, I mean he makes a cameo in it, like he plays a
guest
part in it.
appearance.
Yeah, guest appearance. There you go. But the turkey, like
Shan Shafe.
Seriously, dude, how do you remember so in much?
Well, I'm guessing if you hadn't seen here, I am Shane's autism and ADHD journey.
Just a little thing pops out like, "Hi, I'm autism." But also, it's just fine. The Shan Chief, or whatever, however you pronounced it.
Shan Chief, yeah, you're
right.
right.
I got it right, Shan Chief. They're like the big turkey type aliens, and at the end, it turns out that they're just
a
rogue faction. So I think it's like that with the Horrorland and the horrors.
Yeah.
Because of the fact you don't like an entire species doesn't just go from evil and tormenting people to good and like, hey, we're good now, let's all do a jolly dance type of thing.
Yeah, and so one thing I do want to talk about before obviously we finish the video is there is a series called Give Yourself Goosebumps. It's basically where you the reader, gets to choose what happens in the book, basically.
It's a pick your own choice book. So
essentially, yeah.
So it's a bit like if any of you guys have read the Beast Quest series, a bunch of the special editions include. Oh,
yes. So in this book, so you get to page 4, and then it says to turn to page 136. I don't know why it's such a big jump.
Some books do that.
For thinking it doesn't give you any choice either. So 136, and then it goes ahead to page. So basically, it tells me to go. So basically, page 4, page 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it tells you to go to page 136. And then it tells you to go to page 5. and then on page 5 it gives you first choice. So that
makes no sense.
But yeah, basically the choices are very important because obviously it means
you get to choose. It's basically like the Telltale games. Your actions like actually make an effect to the story. Like, let's say you choose to go left or right. Who you encounter depends on which way you go.
Yeah, like if you go left, you'll get Harry. So I'm so sorry about that. If you go
right, you'll run back left screaming because you've seen him. I'm sorry, I recovered that with such panache.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Okay, guys, well, we are going to end this video here. I hope you have enjoyed. We didn't really get that much covered in regards to an actual topic. It was more of just a retrospective for Goosebumps. But, I mean, I enjoyed doing it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't... Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have enjoyed, please do like, subscribe, and don't forget to check Shane's channel, which is Shane's Autism and ADHD Journey on YouTube and possibly Facebook. I'm guessing you're on Facebook as well.
And Instagram.
Please do check out his channel. He helps people with ADHD and autism and does a great job at seeming like he knows things, which clearly he doesn't. I don't know where I'm going with this topic, so I will just see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your days. I have enjoyed mine. Say bye, Shane.
Bye, everyone.
See you later.